Coordinator Erik, please, if you would come up front. Thank you. Please give him a round of applause. I always feel a little bit short when. Thank you. Thank you, Erik.
Thank you, Nomalanga. And as Nis Deep said, let the Startup Night Africa begin. So I'm happy to announce myself as the only person standing in between the start of Startup Night Africa and this very moment. So I better keep it short. First of all, I'd really like to thank Lionesses of Africa for having us back after last year. Clearly, we didn't break down the house, so I think that's a good start. But over the years, we've run a number of really successful projects with the Lionesses of Africa. Including female entrepreneurship breakfasts through their lean-in events in Mozambique and Cote d'Ivoire. And I hope many more collaborations can come up in the future, because through partnerships we can do so much more. So truly this power of partnership is really important. Now, consider me your warm-up act for tonight. I will aim at the entrepreneurs here today, because I think they're the real heroes. And I'd like to start with another big round of applause, because I think this is really what it's all about. But to not leave you on a cold stage, I think with the first pitcher in particular, we will leave the stage a bit warm. Let me start with my favorite entrepreneurial joke. An entrepreneur with 0 customers has 0 problems. An entrepreneur with 1 customer has 99 problems. So take that in mind. I hope that many of you can relate today. So once again, my name is Erik. I'm the program coordinator of Orange Corners. And Orange Corners is an initiative of the Kingdom of the Netherlands that supports young entrepreneurs already in a very early stage. We're talking entrepreneurs between 18 and 35. And I'm happy to say that there's already a lot of cross-pollination with the network here. I think I spoke to Selma. Selma, please raise your hand. Please stand up. It's a little pre-pitch, but Selma also took part in an Orange Corners program and is pitching here today. And I think we're really seeing the importance of this network. So we at Orange Corners, just like the Lionesses, we really believe in the power of entrepreneurship to create a more sustainable, inclusive and prosperous society. And that is why we really work in public-private partnerships to support young entrepreneurs and strengthen entrepreneurial ecosystems. And so far we've supported more than 2,900 entrepreneurs, of which 1,300 women, across 20 countries. We also work in a systemic manner, not only addressing entrepreneurial training, but also addressing policy advocacy, knowledge-to-knowledge exchange, and gender equity. And regarding this last point, I come bearing good and bad news. I think we heard a bit from Peter Derrick already, but the bad news is that female entrepreneurs are still very much disproportionately affected by challenges in the entrepreneurial space. Women face so much more difficulty accessing finance, accessing international networks, and finding qualified mentors. And not all cultures are still supportive of female entrepreneurship. Also here in the Netherlands, there's still a significant gap when it comes to gender equity. Now, this highlights the importance of networks like the Lionesses of Africa and Orange Corners, which address multiple challenges at once. And that does bring me to some of the good news as well, because data shows that when we make a dedicated effort to make a difference, it really does make a difference. I'll give you one example from our own program. I mentioned that we have over 1,300 women supported, but if you take the 2,900 entrepreneurs that participated, that represents a 44% female participation rate. And that's not the 50% we are aiming for. So we have worked hard to increase this rate over time with dedicated efforts varying from changing application procedures to tailoring our marketing and communication efforts to providing more tailored support. All based on a gender equity guide that I have here. It's an internal document, and I know the problems in this house with holding up internal documents that should not be photographed, so I'll put it down quickly. But I would like to take this as a moment of inspiration that if you really make a dedicated effort, there is so much you can change. So think of organizing things that you can organize yourself. Think of support groups, think of roundtables, think of a number of initiatives you can take. So I hope this serves as a bit of inspiration and you will take this with you through the event as you come here today. Of course, once again, thank you to the Lionesses for creating this platform for collaboration. And please, please, please think of the power of partnership when you're here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Erik.